Hello and welcome to this edition of You Can Get There From Here. I'm Dr. Joe Moore, Chair of the Department of Communication and Digital Media Production at the University of Central Missouri, and it's my pleasure every week to get to sit down with some of our alumni. I talk to those who graduated with a degree in communication studies, others who got their degree in digital media production, some who got their master's degrees. Today, I'm going to talk to an individual, or let you hear from an individual who did both. Hi, I'm Dr. Joe Moore. Yep, I'm going to be your guest today because this is our first episode of the 2025-2026 school year. I had such a great time doing the podcast last year, got to interview individuals from across the nation, across all of our majors, some who got their degrees in previous iterations of digital media production and communication studies. And I'm one of them. I earned my degree in 1992 in public relations when it was a part of our program. And then I stuck around and got my master's degree in communication in 1994. I knew what I wanted to do when I came to college. I knew I wanted to be a college sports information director. That's the person who does public relations and college athletic departments. I knew I wanted to come to the University of Central Missouri because I wanted to be a member of the football team. Walked on and got to play here for a little bit. I knew I wanted to work in the sports information office here under one of the legends in the profession at that time, Mr. Bill Turnage. I got to do that for 6 years. I knew I wanted to write for the school paper, and so I wrote for the Mule Skinner while I was here. And along the way, I was able to graduate, get my bachelor's degree, get my master's degree. And you might be looking at it going, well, you say you can get there from here, and yet you're here. Yes. But I left here for a while. I did my internship at Norfolk State University, which is a historically black college and university out in Norfolk, Virginia. I got my first job as News Bureau Manager and Sports Information Director and Campus Photographer at Dickinson State University in Dickinson, North Dakota. And then after a couple of years there, I came back to Missouri Southern State University, where I was the Sports Information Director, before ultimately coming back home to the University of Central Missouri to be the Athletic Media Relations Director from 2002 to 2006. When I got the itch to get into academia, my wife was a first grade teacher. I saw the light in her eye every day when she came home, having taught students, having seen the light bulb come on for them, helping them become who they were going to be. And I knew I wanted a career move, and I thought, I want a piece of that. I want to be a part of helping young people become who they're going to be, fulfill their dreams. And so I sought the position in teaching and was blessed that a position came open here in my alma mater and was able to get that position. Thank you, Dr. Terry Kinconnen, for hiring me at that time. And I've been here ever since. And it has been one of the great pleasures and great honors of my life. And so I'm happy to be here. I'm very thrilled to be the chair of this department starting my second year because it's a program I believe in. I believe in our people. I believe in our alumni. I believe in the connections we've made with professionals. And I believe in our students because they come here eager to learn, eager to grow, with great visions, with great dreams, and it is truly an honor to be a part of that and help them become who they're going to be. So I hope through this second season of You Can Get There From Here that our current students will see these and be inspired by the people who have come before them, those students who are prospective students and thinking about choosing UCM, that this might feel like a good fit because you recognize I can get to that position by going to the University of Central Missouri and studying and being a part of those clubs and organizations and getting that hands-on experience and learning from those faculty members and working with those other students. And I really hope for our alumni that you take a lot of pride in this place because of what we've been able to accomplish, what our alumni have been able to accomplish, and because of what you've been able to accomplish. So with that, I want to just give a couple of my insights to current students, to potential students, some things I want you to think about. Number one, think about an internship. Think about going out there and finding that internship and gaining that experience. It's going to be a great way, whether it's required in your area or not, it's going to be a great way for you to make contacts. You know, that whole idea, if it's not what you know, it's who you know. Well, you come out of the University of Central Missouri, you get involved in the clubs and organizations, you get an internship, you're going to get both. You're going to know the stuff and you're going to know the people. So get out there, do those internships. Think outside the box, man. Think about going, if you're from Kansas City, think about going to St. Louis. If you're from Springfield, think about going to Columbia. If you're from Warrensburg, think about going out to California. The sky's the limit. This is your time. This is your time where you're not tied down to a full-time job, to a family and all those things. Get out there and see what the possibilities are. They're endless. The university slogan right now is redefining what's possible. That could be you. Redefine what you thought was possible. Dream big. And we're going to help you be successful with that. We're going to help you get there with that. Part of the idea, or part of the thing you're going to need to do to earn those internships, to get those opportunities, is get involved in campus life and communication studies. You're learning about communicating with organizations and teamwork and dynamics and social media and influence and those types of things. So if you're in a fraternity or sorority, if you're in a intramural sport, if you're involved in a volunteer group on campus, you be that person that works as their PR manager or their social media coordinator, or you lead some of their teams. Put into practice in the classroom, put into the practice in your area, in your club or your organization, what you learned in the classroom. If you watch this podcast enough, you're going to hear from a lot of professionals who that's what they said helped them get over the hump, that they were able to practice what they were learning. So go do that. If you're in digital media production, we have a campus radio station, 100.3 FM, KMUL, The Mule. We have KMOS TV, a PBS affiliate here on campus. We have the Media Creators Association, where you can go make films and productions and do workshops. We have the Cinema Society, where you can watch films that would be out of the norm for you probably, but now you can watch them and you can discuss them. And it's going to help you build your community. It's going to help you retain and understand what you're talking about in the classroom. It's going to help you build those skills, and it's going to look really good on your resume when you go to graduate. If you want to get into sports broadcasting, whether that's on the production side or the talent side, the CTV Sports Network. Yes, it's 2 classes. It's one in the fall, one in the spring. But you don't have to be in the class to be a part of that. If you want to volunteer for a semester or for a year before you get into that class, or even after you take that class, you enjoyed it so much, get to be a part of that. Our professionals have gone on to great things because of those experiences. This past year, we had 7 alumni working at the Super Bowl. Just found out one of our alumni, we're going to get him on as a guest, hopefully in the spring. He's now working with ESPN. Those are opportunities you have. We've had graduates move out to LA and work in the film industry. We have them in Georgia working in the film industry. They've gone into the broadcast news at KMBC and KCTV5 and Fox 4 and over in St. Louis and all over the place. We've got them working in radio all over the country. You may be thinking, well, radio's not a thing. Radio is still a thing, and there are lots of opportunities in radio right now and in podcasting right now. So those are skills you're going to learn in the classes and in those student activities. It's going to help you be more successful. So take care of that. One of the greatest predictors of student success is how involved they are in their clubs and organizations related to their major. Also, get to know your faculty. You have a wonderful faculty. They're brilliant. They're dedicated. They love working with students and helping students succeed. So talk to them. If you've got questions, if you've got concerns, if you're not sure about how to do something, we have office hours, but most of us are still around when our office hours aren't in, right? So come see us, come talk to us, pick our brains, get to know us, and we can help make those connections for you. That's why we're here. We didn't get hired to teach you at the University of Central Missouri. We got hired to help you graduate from the University of Central Missouri because we care and we want you to be successful. And also connect with our alumni. On LinkedIn, we have an alumni page that connects you to professionals all across the nation who are UCM alumni, who are in this field, who graduated with their degree in communication, digital media productions, master's degree, journalism, PR when they were part of our program. They're all over the country, and they want to reach back out and they want to help. They're going to advocate for you, because the better you look, the better they look, because they came from this program, right? So take advantage of that. Use our career resources over in Career and Life Design. They can give you some really good connections for internships, for job opportunities, for how to reach out to alumni. Come see me. I'm in Martin 136, and I've got a list of these alumni that are in the area that you're in. So if you want to work in radio and podcasting, I know some people there. If you want to be a corporate consultant, I know some people there. If you want to work in sports broadcasting or in the film industry, we've got those connections and we can get you plugged in. Okay, so take advantage of your resources. All right. So those are just a few things for you to think about as you get going into your college career, or if you're in your college career as you're progressing closer and closer to graduation. I hope you'll tune in every week. Last year we did 2 episodes a week. I've cut it down to we're going to do 1 episode a week. I don't want to inundate you and cause fatigue. So we're going to do 1 episode a week of You Can Get There From Here, and I'm still talking to those alumni. They have some great stories. They're doing some amazing work. They're all over the country. So anything that you can think of that you might want to get into, or it might be something you haven't thought of, we're going to redefine what's possible. Take a look. Listen to their stories. That could be you. Because again, you can get there from here. Have a great day.